Good day, everybody. Welcome to Home and Hearth Living. This is Pop and Laura Lynn, or Kent and Laura Lynn. And today we're working on some bread and butter pickles. So traditionally we do our bread and butter pickles with other things in them. So we also add some onions. We're going to put some onions in. We're going to put some cauliflower in. And we've got some whole onions. So we're going to do a little bit of a mix of things. So these will be onion slices, and then we've got some pickling cucumbers here. So the first step for this is to first of all get all the vegetables all chopped up and ready to go, and then they go into a pot and they get salted. This is to preserve them for the next step, which is to put them with the vinegar. So we're going to get started here. You can see everything in the overhead, so we're going to go ahead and get everything chopped up.
Oh.
You start talking now.
Bread and butter pickles are actually one of our favorites in the house, and I of course love the pearl onions as well as the cauliflower. This is a very basic recipe. It's a traditional one, it says. We found it on the interweb. We will share all the recipes with you in the comments below, or the show more section, so always look for there, or any ones that we can give a link to and share for you, okay? So what you want to do is first start, you need 10 cups of pickling cucumbers trimmed and sliced to 1/4 inch in slices. So that's where you can kind of do whatever you like. If you got a mandolin, you can do it that way too. If you got a processor or something like that, you know, that does nice little slices, and go for it. We're just gonna slice them the old-fashioned way. The tools of the trade are the best. These ones right here are the hands. So we're gonna give them a 2-hour salt bath, pretty much. Fully coated, let them sit for 2 hours. That's when I'm going to draw a lot of the moisture out of them and be able for that pickling sweet juice to get into the pickle flesh and make them all nice and tasty.
We're also going to be making some relish, and some of this onion is actually going to go into that.
Yeah, some of this onion is definitely going in with the relish. Not all of it's going for the pickles.
Okay, so ready?
I'm going to slice away. Is that a 1/4 inch seam allowance?
It's
1/4 inch
not,
slice.
it's your fault.
And then once these sit, we'll make the brine, which is the pickling or canning salt, cups of vinegar, cups of sugar, mustard seed, celery seed, ground turmeric if you wish. And I mean, you can play on these spices any way you like. Like I said, we're going to toss in a couple jalapenos in one jar, toss in a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You never know. This is where you find things new that you like, so they don't all have to be just the same, okay? And you can variate the sweetness level as well with the sugars. Use organic sugar, use less sugar, you maybe use brown sugar for a different flavor. Whatever you got, be adventurous. So I'm gonna help Pop here start slicing so we can get our good old 10 cups of bread and butter pickles, and we will chat with you in a moment, okay? back. We're gonna start our bread and butter pickles. So we did end up doing approximately 10 jars of our dill and garlic pickles. There was one that was left ungarliced, just dilled, and I shoved some onions in there and some jalapenos, so I'm very excited to taste that one. So working on our second order of pickles here, which is traditional bread and butter. We'll share the recipe in the show more section of what we're following. So it says 4 cups of medium sliced onions, half a cup of pickling salt. Now that is for when you've sliced your cucumbers like we just did, and you're going to cover them with salt. That's the only salt that's asked for in this recipe, and it just kind of leaches out a little bit of the liquid from the cucumber to make them nice and crisp. So 3 cups of white vinegar, 2 cups of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of mustard seed, 1 teaspoon of celery seed, and 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric. I have tripled this because we're using the 1 quart jars to make the bread and butter pickles, because, you know, we like them. So they'll get eaten, and so I'm tripling this recipe for here, because I think that's going to do my 1 quart jars that I have. So here is my big pot that I'm going to heat everything up in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it all in, mix it, and then I'm going to toss it on the element, and it has to come for a simmer for approximately, it just says bring to a boil. Yeah, just bring to a boil. Okay, so that's what we will do, but it'll take a little while. So let's get everything in the pot here. What we did here is did a mixture of regular white vinegar and apple cider vinegar. So it was like 2/3 white and 1/3 apple cider. So that is in here. So that's approximately 9 cups, because like I said, I'm tripling this. There we go, pour this in here. All right. And I'll put in our sugar, which ends up being obviously 6 cups of sugar, because this is a bread and butter, it's a sweet. So we're going to add in all of our sugar. Sorry. Okay. And then does it say you want us to boil first and then put the seasonings in? Nope, combine all the ingredients. Okay, all right. So here I have in here is the mustard seed, celery seed, and the turmeric. Okay, you can see that all there in that little mix. I put it all in that little measure cup. Put it all in there. Okay. Mix that here, and then I'll get it on the element. There's no salt that actually goes into this part. It's only part of the brining, I guess the brining part is where you're sprinkling it on the little bread and butter slices. Okay. Oh, it's going to be so good. Okay, so let's put this over here. Get it on the element. Get it fired up. And the fan. We've got this one. It's all hot and ready to rock. That's for the canning part of it. And yeah, so I'll be back in just it's going to take probably about 5 or 10 minutes to get this to go. And I'll see you right shortly, okay? Okay, our beautiful brine has been just bubbling away for just a minute. I gave it a minute to make sure. It's still kind of bubbling right now. I just turned it off so you have to listen to the fan. And I've been stirring it to help obviously dissolve the sugars that are in there and help incorporate all the spices. Well, not all the spices, but you know, there's the 3 of them. And of course the mustard seed floats. And everything just got all mixed in, and the turmeric gave it a really neat color. So what I have done here is I have stuffed 5 jars, mostly, I got onions and some cauliflower in here. I've got some pearl onions in these 2. I only put the pearl onions in 2, and then I've stuffed in those little sliced pickling cucumbers that we were doing just a little bit earlier. And now I'm trying to pack them in, and you want to make sure you get like a skewer or a chopstick or something that you can kind of poke down and get some of the air bubbles out before you actually seal up the lid. So let's do this. I think we're good there, and we can move our little brine over. It's hot, so let's grab our little handle here, oven mitt. Okay, I know you can't see that, but you will as soon as it gets in here. Oh, looks good. I just want to fill it up. And of course our big pot has come to a boil just before I made this come to a boil. So we can get it right in to can. It says about half from the top. Okay, so let's get this one. This one off to the side. Oh, look at that pretty color in there. Oh, looks good. Looks good, looks good. Or actually, let me move the big pot over so I can get it going, because this won't take very long. That's why I think you need a whole partner set when you do some canning. Oh, the vinegar waft. Perfect. Sorry, the fan's got to go on. Okay. Oh, how beautiful. How beautiful. So kind of come to that bottom little ring right here. Alright. I'll just put that there. Let's move this one off so I can start stuffing the other ones here. Give that a little jiggle wiggle. Get some of those little air bubbles out. You can see how they're working themselves out there. Let's put that over there. Give this one a little jiggle wiggle. There we go. You can start stuffing these. Now I did rinse these from their salt bath. It was just a salt, actually just salt, no actually anything else. And of course you put a few in, and if you want your cauliflower all mixed around, you can just kind of do a little shake. You can move a little bit closer to the top, mix it around. I have more cauliflower if we have empty space and need to fill it. I have lots. I love pickled cauliflower, so and the little pearl onions. We may need to. That's okay. I'm up for it. Okay, now put this one here. Now these ones have no pearl onions, and just the regular sweet onion and some cauliflower, and of course the bread and butter pickle slices. I added obviously the cauliflower, so you don't have to. I mean, that's completely up to you. I like it. You don't have to if you don't want to. Ooh, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Put a handful in. Shake around. Shake around. Shake around. There we go. Mix it up just a smidgy widgy. A couple more onions to this one. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to have one mostly cauliflower and pickles, or pickling cucumbers, because they're not pickles yet. They're not pickles yet. That's okay. That'll be like my jar. Oh, these are going to be so good. You got to wait at least a week to 2 weeks. The longer you wait, the better the flavor is. So if you can wait a month, that is the best. Oops. There we go. That one and the last one here. There. Add the last of the onions. Okay. Here. Now you know how much cauliflower to stuff in, so no worries. We'll worry about that one later. Okay, so my little stick. I wanted a chopstick if I could find. There it is. Okay, now we just want to work some of these bubbles out here, okay? So we just kind of want to come in and around on the sides. Just kind of poke things down. Make sure they're getting in their little spot. Use the flat end if you want. Use the pokey end, whatever. Just trying to get some of those little bubbles up. See, this one now can I get a little bit more on top to get to that seal line. And then we got hot lids. Can I see that? Oh, I forgot to wipe. Hold on. Okay, there. And then just a hand tighten, okay? Bring this one over here. Little air bubbles out. Put a little bit more brine in. There we go. Sounds like our big pot has come to a boil. Let me get the lid off of that. Oh, it has. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Put that off to the side here. Okay. That's on there. Seal. Okay, I'm gonna get, well, let's get these 4 in. And then we will see you guys right after they finish doing their 15. They need 15 minutes for this, okay? Because we're doing the 1 quart. It even says that right in the recipe. Okay? Needed to add 5 more minutes. Oh, wipe, 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 wipe. There we go. Oh, so excited for pickles. Are you guys doing any pickling? What's your favorite pickle recipe? We're gonna do relish next. We like homemade relish. Well, because normal relish in the store that you buy usually has bell peppers in it. So, and I can't have that. Okay, get in there. Okay. The lid on top. Oop. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to get those in the water, and I'm going to top that up quickly with cauliflower and get that in the water. So we'll see you right after they all come out, okay? Just waiting for the timer to tick on the boiling of the bread and butter pickles. It is hot work in the kitchen, let me tell you. So, no, don't anybody like kid you that canning is not hard work. It is. Oh, and I stuffed that one full of cauliflower, and then I had another one. I just took this out because it was on for a shorter time with the rest of the cauliflower that we had. Isn't that awesome? Because I love it. So that's just for me. Well, unless somebody else wants it, then I'll share. Almost, just waiting for the timer. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I can turn this off. Take all the beautiful cans out. And that is it for the bread and butter pickles. Oh, they look so good. It really is amazing the color change that happens between when you get the pickling brine in there or the preserving brine in there. Oh, it's beautiful. Hold these really tight. I don't want to bump anything. And they are heavy. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jars plus a little tiny jar of cauliflower. So, woot. Very excited. So far we have 10. We've got 10 of the dill, 15. We have 10 of the dill and the garlic, minus 1 with no garlic in it. And now we have 5 bread and butters that we can have fun to play with. The next on the list is relish, because like I said, I can't have bell peppers, and most of the relish you can find in the store or made has bell peppers in it. So we're gonna add a little jalapeno to some, and just plain old pickling cucumbers to make the relish for the others. So stay tuned for that video. Thank you everybody for watching, liking, subscribing. We greatly appreciate it here, the Home and Hearth Network, or network, I would say network living. Maybe we should call it network. Home and Hearth Living, apologize. And if you don't know about our other channel, you're new to this one, it is the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. We do quilting, long arming, and do live streams on Saturdays, so check us out there if you like.
We are happy to have you along on either channel. Just come hang out with us. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you soon.